by the moment that God said, "Let us make man in the image of God," there was already Adam. They assumed that the two creations are talking about one person because they've not seen the other person. Are you getting? And so they assume that on the sixth day God created man. Are you getting? And so they now assume that that man that God created on the sixth day was Adam. And so they just assumed that the Genesis chapter 2 is now explaining how God created Adam. No, Genesis chapter 2 is talking about the first creation. And then Genesis chapter 1 is talking about the new creation. Like some would say that the recreation or the new beginning. And that's what it's talking about. And so it is until Christ came, that's when the sixth day came. Because when people I hear a lot of time people say that God created man in sixth day, he created life on the first, second day, and the sixth day he created man and he rested. No, God did not rest at any point before Jesus Christ. In fact, when Jesus Christ was teaching his disciples, he told them that God has not rested from the beginning. You understand that God has not rested from the beginning, even up till now. And so, if God did not rest from the beginning, so at what point did God rested that people think that God has rested? Because Jesus Christ says it by himself that God has not rested at any point in time, even up till now. So it is up till now God has not rested. So how come do you now assume that God rested after he made Adam? No, God did not rest because Adam did not become what God wanted, and so it was not the image of God. And so by the moment that God said, "Let us make man in the image of God," there was already Adam. You understand? Adam was already there. And so because Adam was in nature contrary to God, if you watch my last episode, I said it categorically that God said that the man has become like one apart from us. The man has become one that is different from us. And so now that's why he now created a man that is like himself, because the man has become unlike him. Right? And so that is why that he now created another man, which he created on the last day, because the 6 days are the days before the rest. So these are the last days. And so Christ was the one that was created on the last day, and that's why he's the last Adam, because he was created on the last days. And so he's the last Adam. You understand? So all of this is